Welcome to everyone needs an Aquarius. We're back. We are back. Dom, what is going on in these streets?
How are you, friend? How are
I'm
you?
good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. Daughter starts school tomorrow, man. Which is good, and she's starting super late too. So it's like,
Is it late or is it early? Because
well, I mean, comparatively to other
like a
kids.
Labor Day.
No. Yeah, back in our day, yes.
Hold on. Yes, Henry?
Hold on. Hey, look, hold on. I told you she was short before last week. What did I tell you about her last week? I told everybody listeners last week that my daughter be trying to try to listen to the show to see and hear her name being called. And then she just is sitting above me here waving. But for all your listening, Dom is had to run out as she always does. But it's getting ready for school. It's an interesting thing because when we were growing up, it was after Labor Day, or if you was like a private school kid, you got like the week before Labor Day to come to go to school. It's like if you went to private school, you went the week before Labor Day, and then all public schools is the day after Labor Day. And now it's not.
Lord.
Yeah, but so Xander has shown up because she heard her name, so I told her she'd be eavesdropping. I'm trying to eavesdrop. What about you? How's everything been with you?
Nigga, you're not gonna even believe what I'm about to tell you.
Okay, all right.
So it's a little bit chaotic, and I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible because the story is a little long-winded. So somebody from St. Louis hit me up. And I want to be clear, this is not my friend. I feel like we do use the word friend too loosely. And I would say it's an associate of mine. We are cool. When she used to live in New York, I had hung out with her once. And I know her we have a mutual friend who at one point was my roommate. So anyway, she hits me up and tells me that she's going to the Chris Brown concert in Vegas. And I'm like, oh, cool. She's like, yeah, but so I'm thinking about coming to LA because it's cheaper to go back to LA to St. Louis. It's cheaper to go back to St. Louis from LA than it is Vegas. It's like something ridiculous. So she was like, but then I'm also kind of considering staying and coming back to Vegas, just doing a quick turnaround because I want to go to the Jhené Aiko concert, blah, 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 blah. This is a lot already. So I'm already overwhelmed. So I could feel her fishing for me to offer, like her, like my place. Like, can you come and stay here? Mm-hmm. So I was like, look, I'm taking care of my cousin. He had a bad diabetic episode. And, my dog is in heat. I got a lot going on mentally. I don't have the capacity to really be, or space to entertain you or whatever. Because otherwise, it'd be cool. Just being polite. Putting it out there. So I see that she was still like in LA or whatever. And it was like, now it's like been the following week. So I was like, oh, you still in LA? She's like, yeah. So I saw that she hung out with our mutual friend, all these different things. She said, oh, I should have hit you up because I went to this event last night. You would have had so much fun, blah, 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 blah. I was like, well, let's like get breakfast or something, like before, like what day you leaving? And then, but Friday she asked me to go somewhere. So I said, sure. And then I flaked because I had a headache. Like literally within 15 minutes of her asking me, because also you're telling me an hour before I need to be somewhere. I don't like being rushed. So I was like, hey, I still got a headache. Let's just go to breakfast tomorrow. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to wake up early enough. So you're also showing irresponsibility to me, whatever. And also it's LA. LA is in Vegas. Like clubs close at 2:00. Anywhere you are after that, if it's like after hours, I think of like drugs, things like sex parties, whatever. I don't know. So Saturday she hits me. I hit her with the eyes. I go about my day. Get invited to Malibu. I go to Malibu, and I'm en route, and she calls. So mind you, she's also called me a couple times. She's missed flights. She's rescheduled flights. So I'm putting that out there, so y'all can kind of see this person.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I said, let me guess, you missed your flight. So she says, no, why is the event that I'm supposed to work in St. Louis canceled? My boss canceled it. So I think I'm going to stay. And there was some weird things in that story that I was like, that's weird. Do you think you're going to get in trouble because you rescheduled something? And then she said, whatever. So she ends up asking, she's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, girl, I'm going to Malibu. You're going to Malibu? Like, and this is a girl that is all about Instagram appearances and whatnot. Because one time she invited me to, a screening. She gave me, sent me an email to a screening to see Color Purple with like the cast and crew, set designers and stuff. And so she asked me to send her, oh, can you record some of the Q&A and send it to me? And I was like, okay, that's weird. Yeah, she posted that shit like she was there. So
wow. Oh, yeah. Wow, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, wow. So she asked if she could come to the beach. I was like, it's the beach. Like, I don't care. So we talked about going to get a drink or whatever that night. So she was like, oh, okay, well, what are you wearing tonight? I was like, I don't know. I'm headed to the beach. So you can meet me there. She's like, well, since we're talking about maybe going out tonight, do you think I can like crash at your house? I said, what did I tell you?
Oh, you're just gonna drop government names now?
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, fuck it, whatever. I don't give a fuck. So
dropping government names.
I'm like, okay. Well,
that's how you know you mad. You didn't even realize you were dropping her government name.
Right. So I said, look, and I could kind of tell us like, okay, you clearly need a place to stay, but also you could just still go home.
That is the option to go home.
So I said, you can stay a night. I already told you. I said, now you interrupted my space. I already told you what's happening. So she put me on the spot, and I was just like, fuck. So when she got there, it was already a tussle for her to even just get there. She had all of this shit. And then I told her like straight up, I said, hey, don't ever do that again. She's like, what? I said, put me on the spot, like kind of backing me into the corner, kind of feeling obligated to help you out when I already told you the other week that I got a lot going on in my house and I don't want no house guests at the moment. And I was like, also like my house ain't clean. I'm not prepped to even have a visitor or anything. Like it's really rude and inconsiderate. But again, you could have went home. So we're at the beach all day. And I just want to also say, she asked me what was I wearing to the beach. I was like, it's the beach. I have on beach clothes. Like a swimsuit and stuff? Yes.
I'm confused.
I was like, I'm in a swimsuit. I in shorts. I'm on like a bikini top and shorts. So let me speed this up. So anyway, we go, it's cool, but she all on her phone, want to post and all this stuff, be at the water, take pictures and all this stuff. All right, cool, whatever, no big deal. We go eat. She kind of like complaining when we split the bill. We was like gonna split it because the bill was on like $150 after tax. So we was just gonna split it evenly. And I was like, well, you know what? We all ordered extra. Like my friend had a drink, we had appetizer, all this stuff. So I was like, cool, you can just pay. If you want to just pay what you pay for, I ain't the person. I'm not about to argue with it. Just give me the, give me about $30 with tax and a tip. Which was still me being generous because it should have been like 32 or 33. You know this? She sent me $29. What's the extra dollar?
Oh, she's one of them petty type of people.
So I'm like, all right, but you want to complain about the service, you want to complain about different things, blah, 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 blah. So we end up getting back late. We don't even go out. I also mentioned to her that I have something to do the next day. I'm going to be gone. So like pretty much you need to get the fuck out of my house. So she slept in till about almost noon. I'm pretty much ready, getting ready to go. I've taken care of stuff in my house, wipe stuff down, getting ready for the week because I got to go watch my homegirl's kids. She's just moving slow. I was like, so what's going on with your flight? What time is your flight leaving today? So she's like, oh, I need to book it. Why is it a $200 price difference? I'm like, okay, wait a second. I thought you just transferred your flight to like the next day. Yeah, they said
stuff going on.
Yeah, she was like, they said I couldn't do that. I would have to go to like the airport. I was like, so you're not gonna go to the airport? I was like, what time is the next flight out of here? Yo, she stays at my house all day. I'm texting my cousin. It's like, yo, is she still there? Like, what's going on? And ultimately, I get back to my house. It's like 8 something, almost 9.
Yep.
And she is still here. I was like, why? So she's like in her phone, like trying to figure. I said, okay, so what's up? Because I also told her again, I said, I don't have the capacity for you to stay at my house another night. I'm already overextended myself. Dude. She's like, well, the last flight I was on the phone with the airline all day, just waiting, because they had high call volumes. And she said, like, the next flight I was like 9 something. And by the time I would have got there from your house, I wouldn't have made the flight. I said, so, okay, so you didn't look at any other airlines, like prior when it was easy, before everything wasn't saying unavailable? I said, so we need to be looking at hotels for you right now, right?
The Howard Johnson don't exist no more, dude. The Hojo, the Howard Johnson.
I feel like it's Howard Johnson out here somewhere.
Howard Johnson exists? Hold on, let me see.
Howard Johnson still exists. So I'm just like, hey,
the Hojo does exist. Oh,
yeah, snap. It
does. Okay. No, the Wyndham bought them out, so they got absorbed into the Wyndham. But still, the Hojo, the Wyndham is the Hojo now. Now I'm gonna call the Wyndham the Hojo, the Howard Johnson.
So I'm like, yo, I already told you, but you didn't respond to this message about like, I don't want you here. I said, I didn't want you to stay the night to begin with, because Henry fell over her bags yesterday, like the day before, in a fucking room. I'm like, I told you I'm taking care of my cousin. What's happening? You know, I'm helping him out. And you see that like no one's joking. Like he could not see your bags because of his diabetes. So what are you talking about? So she's just like, I like, and she looks at me, and I told Henry, I said, yo, it was something in her eyes. I was like, it wasn't that it was smug. It was like a little crazy, a little bit of smugness, and a little bit of dumbness in her eyes.
I mean, give her. I mean, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna.
So I was like, you have to leave. Like, you can't stay here. So whatever we need to do, call you an Uber to go to a hotel. So mind you, she mentioned a thing about the money. And I was like, I said, do you not have the money? Because she's like, the money isn't the issue. I said, I think it is, though, because you were complaining about your flight being a $200 difference when you had to change it. And then she was like making up these excuses for like, oh, Southwest wouldn't let me change it. And I was like, well, how many times did you change it? Because I have changed my flight with Southwest and never got charged a fee.
No.
So my little sister told me, she said, you get 2 times to change it now, or they make you pay the fee. See, my sister said, so she changed that flight multiple times. So I was like, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, she'd already changed her flight 2 times already.
Mm-hmm. So in order to not have to pay that fee, she would have had to go to the airport.
Yeah, but a lot of times they just make you pay the difference of what the next other flight is, though.
It was $200.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna shame nobody.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, but if you knew you needed to leave, you knew you didn't, like, this person is not trying to let you stay at your house, you need to get the fuck out. So I'm like, so now I was like, okay. All right. I was like, I want you gone. I was like, I'm being really polite.
Is she still there?
I want to, oh no, she's not in this house. Oh, I'm going to get to it. To it. She's still there at this point. Now it's like, okay, I'm like, I have a headache. I want to lay down. I want to go to bed alone in my room. Like, blah, 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 blah. I don't watch kids all day. Like, I'm tired. So she like grabs her stuff and she leaves. Then I kind of like dozed off for a second, but then I got up and I texted him. I said, "Is that bitch still here?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "She in the dining room." So I get up. I said, "Girl, I thought you was gone. What's up? What's going on?" Well, I'm trying to figure. I said, "No, there's a difference between try and do. We're doing. So what are you doing? Like, why are you still in my house?" I'm trying to figure out, like, like I'm trying to book this hotel. I said, there are hella hotels available tonight. So now we kind of arguing. I said, I just need you to get the fuck out of my house. I said, you know what? You don't want to leave? Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. Because now you're trying to stall me out. Like, she's literally trying to stall me out of my own fucking house.
Hey, that's exactly what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Stall me out. Stall me out, Craig. Stall me out.
Room. She thought that I was going to say, you know what, fuck it, just stay. Oh, no. No. You're not doing this. I don't give a fuck if it is 5 a.m. You got to get the fuck out of my house. So I stay up. Henry up with me. We watching stuff, laughing, kiki. What's up? What's the update? What you doing? What time is your Uber coming? So it gets like to midnight, and I said, okay, Megan. I said, you playing the game with me. I'm going to call the cops. I said, since you don't want to leave, I said, you were not welcomed here. I already told you. I've been nice to you. You have wasted the entire day yesterday. You the one that wanted to sleep in. You woke up late knowing that I had shit going on and that I had stuff to do. I said, I'm a bitch that calls the cops on motherfuckers. What you want to do? I was like, because you know how that could potentially go.
Hey, that's wrong. I'm laughing because that's wrong because I know what you're saying. But that's wrong that I'm laughing. That's horrible on my part. I shouldn't be laughing like that.
So I was like, you have an hour to figure it out. I was like, you just got to go. So she's like, well, I'm trying to get a hold of the front desk, blah, 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 blah. I was like, trying to get a hold
front desk of who?
At a hotel.
You just go online.
Just go and yes. So I know what she did. She booked a hotel for the following day because she was like, well, I can stall her out.
Oh. And I had to pay for one extra night.
Yeah. So exactly, because while money ain't the issue, it is the issue. Mm-hmm. So she's like, well, she calls and she's like, hi, if I needed to check in like 2 hours, is that possible for me to do? And it was like, I feel like they was telling her, I mean, if you need to check in, like you could just come in. But it's still like you would have to pay like extra for early check-in or something, which really you don't have to. So she paid, but she booked it for that next day. She just needed the clock to strike midnight. So
no, but that still would count that still counts for the previous night.
I don't give a fuck. Bitch,
no. I'm saying
no. I get it.
It doesn't count to a checkout is at 11. You can't check in for the next day until after 2-3 o'clock for the next day unless you got early check-in.
Yeah, and she didn't click early check-in when she should have clicked early check-in. Which just asking, a lot of times, even if I have forgotten and I call or I go, they let me check in. It's only been one time that I was not able to check in.
Yeah.
One. And so I was like, okay, so do I just need to take you to the airport to just sit there? I mean, I guess I could just go sit in the lobby. I said, you can. And so when she was talking about 2 hours, I said, 2 hours? No, boo-boo, you need to be asking for it now. So Henry in his room, I could hear him like sniggering. And so I'm like, Henry's texting me. So it's like so funny because like Henry's texting me. It's like, hey, I've needed to get a hotel last minute to, do some drugs and fuck some bitches, and they let me check in. So it's I said, I know.
I was gonna say, back in my backsliding days, I didn't got a room.
We all have done something. Like, let's get a room real quick. Everybody has done something where it's like, let's get a room right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing with me.
And the younger people don't understand. They got access to this. You had to walk into the Mosey Wozy and go get your situation set up. You had to let your woman walk the walk of shame, they used to call it. Before you had automatic keys through the phone and all that. You could sneak in and check in. Nah, you had to go get your key.
Daryl. Then she went to the bathroom for like 30 minutes. So I'm knocking on the door. Megan, you okay? You good?
Hold on. Yes, still in.
I was like, why are you still here? So she said, yes, I'm okay. I opened my front door. I took her bags right into the hallway. I said, your bags are in the hallway. You need to leave. So I gave her, I was like, I don't know what you're going to do, but you got to leave. What time is your Uber coming? It'll be here in 15 minutes. And she kept trying to move around and get up and sit down. I said, Meg, this is my last time. I'm calling the cops. I said, I'm not playing with you. That could go either way because now you're trespassing and now I have the right to press charges against you. You want to go home? You need to go home. You need to get out of my house. You need to be able to because I'm petty. So she walked out the door and she stood outside in the hallway for a while. And then I heard her bags go down my steps. And then it was probably another 20 minutes before the Uber pulled up. Because my area is quiet. You cough, I can hear you outside. So whatever she did, I don't care. But all I know is that you use my shower gel, my Tom Ford, my tweezers are missing, as well as a Fenty lipstick.
Dang.
You're a bum. You're a bum. And you better hope I don't tell our mutual friend. The internet, no. But I was like, you and that terrible wig. And I can't wait to tell my brother what she said about him. Oh, he wanted to talk to. I just wasn't attracted to him. Like he was on me back, like he wanted to be together. I was like, you made him sound pressed, and I know my homeboy, and he don't be pressed like that.
I don't even know where to say.
You ain't bad. You ain't bad. So yeah, this I know this person. This girl just called me to ask to get her in the everyday people in London. Like we were at the same party. I'm like, girl, don't nobody care about stuff like that. This is LA. That's cute for back home, but even back home, they don't care about that. I'm like, girl, you're nobody. Like, oh fuck, like, don't nobody care. And you playing with appearances. Well, play with appearance and get you a new damn wig because it's sticking up.
Hey, can you put her IG in the
You can look it up.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl. Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets. We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
And then
do I know her?
I don't know, but all I can tell you this: after that, I sent her a nice long message, and because you know how all of this could have been avoided had you used your words and communicated that you really needed to stay another night. Had you asked, and you didn't ask, and you did some weird ass passive aggressive shit, trying to stall somebody out when you just should have asked if you could stay. Say it, fucker. You putting it in the comments?
Nope. Yep.
Ew!
Sorry. Why'd you say it like that, dude? That I'm editing all this out. So look.
No, you're not.
Look, I'm editing all this out anyway. Look,
because that
don't even matter. Look, it don't
so
even
many
matter.
things. That ill could mean so many things.
I'm editing it out.
But that you made it obvious. That ill meant so many things.
Well, I'll do it to the ill, and then after my reaction.
Don't give a fuck. Because to me, the thing is, it's like the principles. Like again, you're not my friend, so you don't think that's weird to be asking somebody to stay at their house where y'all not friends. Like we've had conversations on the phone, we've hung out like once. I know you through somebody else, and Even when I went back to New York to even kick it,
Dang, I just said
with
it
my
too,
best
right when
friend, me
you
and my
said it.
best
Right when you
friend,
said it, I texted. No,
yeah.
no.
So me and my best friend, I met her in NYC because she had some work event. I was like, oh shoot. I was like, you know so and so. She's like, yeah. I was like, look, we still she like want to meet us for a drink. She cool. So when I hit her, she was like, oh, I moved back to St. Louis like 3 years ago, and I was like, what? Like that's how like that's what I mean, like friends. Like you're not my friend because like when
Yeah, I
somebody,
didn't even know that you moved back.
yeah, you know what I mean. So hey, it is what it is. It's so funny because my friends was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm fine." Part of me wanted to be. It's kind of mad that I wasn't like extra dramatic about it.
What you mean?
Like me wishing that I called the cops, or me wishing that I was like, okay, that's it. I'm just literally gonna throw your stuff out into the hallway. Like I was polite. I rolled it into the hallway, but I know it's my inner granny working. Like that. That's like it's like creeping over my shoulder. That's like chaotic and crazy. And I worked really hard to suppress those things. But yeah, no, I wanted to. Part of me wanted to be violent and was kind of sad that I wasn't.
But it's okay. It's called growth, man, and nobody needs to
Yeah,
be.
it feels good, but I was like, damn, I wish I could have been pettier. Like the key was, okay, I got you out the house. I put your bags and shit in the hallway and then closed the door on you. But it's like, but I told her, I was like, whatever bullshit you doing, I don't roll like that. So we're too old to be acting like that with people. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, had you just said, hey, like for real, like it's cheaper if I leave this day. Can I just stay another night? I reluctantly would have done it, but I would have still I would have looked out. And when you developing relationships with people and character, I'm just looking at you crazy. And she probably gonna tell her friends that bitch put me up, blah blah. Yeah, I did. But there's a reason why. I always question the why. I always tell people, like when weird things like that happen or somebody's telling you something, you have every right and authority to question why. So I felt good.
Yeah, I added some details into the chat there and everything.
I
So,
saw it.
yeah, but I'm editing it out my part. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
I just feel I got questions, but I'm going to ask them offline. Continue. So
All right. Yeah.
it's retrograde is trying to break me, but it's not going to break my soul. I'm going to tell you that much. And shout out to Beyonce. And yes, I'm getting the whiskey. And everybody, my main question is how long it's been aged, how long it's been sitting in the barrel. I like the packaging, and that's it. And I'll come back and report. I enjoy Douce. It's cognac, but
yeah, but let's get into some of my topics, Don, real quick. All right, where do I want to go? All right, I'm going here. Mike Rubin goes on the Breakfast Club and discusses black issues, black on black hate. Here you go. First of all, let me talk here first. Charlamagne lined him up. You want to know the moment I realized it? When he said, "Elaborate on that," he knew, folks.
We got the clip, we got the bite. And he probably was over there writing down the timestamp.
Yep, he was like, "Man, look." He said, "What you mean? Elaborate on that."
Okay, so
after you somebody trying to line you up in an interview with somebody, go, "Huh? Elaborate on that." That's either they really are like engaged in you, and that's fine, or they trying to line you up for a clip.
Here's the thing.
You said what?
No, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
He didn't lie. There were no lies.
He didn't lie.
And just for an update for everybody, one of his friends, he didn't name drop, called him and said that he was, like the wrong messenger for that. So, he apologized because but I genuinely feel like he was not trying to offend anybody. He told no lies. We do have that mentality where it's crabs in a barrel, but you have to think about it's hundreds and hundreds of years of brainwashing and conditioning that has happened here that when I say we, us too, and like the people that care about us being progressive and moving forward or trying to dismantle to be able to like lift other people up. Some people just don't get it because they're still taught like I have a window. It's only this time. So in this window, I just got to get in. So whoever else is trying to come up with me or whatever, they're in my way. So that's how you get that. So I'm not mad. I'm going to be honest. I'm not mad at what he said at all. And I'm not even going to necessarily say wrong messenger. Because y'all don't want to listen to y'all partner or the preacher or the youth leader or the community when they say that. We say like, oh, this person hating on me, blah, blah, blah. We know it exists. And then some people are so disillusioned because they're in a certain area where they feel like those issues don't touch them or they can't relate to them. ASAP Rocky or certainly like that.
No, he learned his lesson when he went to Europe and got jammed up. He learned his lesson.
Well, but it shouldn't, something like that shouldn't have to humble him.
No, sometimes you need a Negro wake-up call.
I'm not really mad at what he said, though. Like, I'm not mad. People in the comments was like, right message, wrong shooter or whatever. And I'm like, y'all, at the end of the day, he just said what it was. I don't care if he was blue. And so...
I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna disagree on that. I'm gonna disagree on that.
Like, and that's fair. I see both sides.
No. The reason I'm disagreeing is, for me going to private school with all kind of different cultures, a lot of white guys, them cats be hating on each other just as hard. We're just very vocal, and ours is just more visceral. Like when we go hard on somebody and we don't like somebody, like we like, man, you see his shoes. Look like he been walking through Damascus. We do extra like that.
We do.
But they do too, though. It's a cultural thing.
It is.
Like within our tribes, within our cultures, all the time. It's just that we're way more vocal and it's more animated. And it's probably more funny and it's more visceral and people get shot over it.
That's what I was going to say. But see, a lot of times, by the end of the school,
violence tired.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there's a lot of violence there. I didn't like that he said, somebody might shoot me. That's the one part that I had a problem with. But outside of that,
I like Rubin in general. Yeah. I don't like his story though.
Oh, I don't know his story. See, I just
he tries to claim like, yo, I was this high school dropout. I was all this. His parents had bread and gave him money to start a ski company first, and then like they gave him money to start the hat thing, and then. Yeah, he's a high school dropout and he's a mess up, but you got money and bread to fund your company and your endeavors. You didn't need college, my G. Your parents are already millionaires. And I'm not saying that he did not work hard. He did not. Yeah. But there is a thing in this country, and maybe it's always been this way. And I've been trying to figure this out, of the idea that everybody got to get it from the mud. Nobody can be like, my mom's was no point already.
Let's stay here for a second.
And usually it's us as black people though, but white people be on that shit too. So
I think that because it's the pull yourself up out of bootstraps mentality that America has.
And I'm not saying somebody did not work hard and do it, but don't act. You can't compare your business to someone else's business starting a garage that didn't have nobody help. There's not. We ain't.
It's not like us. We're not the same. Just like when they were talking about, like Kylie being self-made, like Kylie Jenner. And it was like, no, bitch, like you are a Jenner. Your dad is Bruce Jenner. Your mama is Kris Kardashian. It doesn't, like the two.
Your stepfather's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So.
I thought you were going to say it first. I didn't know.
So, but ultimately, like, and I've been in situations where I probably missed a really good opportunity because the person I was dating really wanted to look out, but because I didn't want to seem greedy or like a gold digger or opportunist or whatever, because of that mentality, especially because from St. Louis, we have that really, really deep hustle mentality, getting it out the mud, where I missed that opportunity because I was like, no, it got to be like this because I have to have this to show or this to show, when it like understanding networking and
Mm-hmm.
like people putting you sometimes like opening the door for you in those rooms doesn't take anything away from you. And so, baby's in trouble.
Go ahead.
So, and I've talked to you about that, and I was like, it's understanding the concept of help. You know what I mean? And so everything don't have to be struggle. Love can't exist in our relationship, in our lives without a struggle. This can't exist without a struggle. I'm over that. I'm done with that. I'm so done with that.
And my thing is that with Rubin, like, it's nothing wrong with him saying he came. And maybe it's nothing wrong with it. Like, I actually like his business. I like the format he's done, what he's done with it. But I think this is a thing of he got too comfortable being around black people to a certain extent, or being around these hip hop cats, that he think he can have this discussion. And this is actually a learning experience for him, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Just because we cool with you. And even, I remember I had this with one of my best friends from high school who was a white guy. Shout out to you, Phil, man. He's a district attorney now and everything. He used to hang out with us, go to Hazel Central parties, do everything. And it was like he did something, and it wasn't anything like disrespectful, but it was like, yo, like, you're too comfortable because we bring you around these different scenarios and places.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you have full access necessarily. Now, you can get people alone, and as you get cool with people, of course, the same thing with me. Like, I can't go into certain spaces and just automatically I get a green light just because of who I'm with. And I think he overstated his own buy-in into not just black community, but hip-hop culture. And I think he's now learning, like, yo, that is interpersonal relationships I have, not to those individuals, not to black culture or to hip-hop culture. And that's not his fault. He just had a learning experience with that.
Yeah. And it was probably, I'm not gonna say humbling, because like sometimes we use
it's not humbling. We
always use like humbling, like,
and he apologized for it too afterwards. Somebody called him, hey, you can't be on that.
Like, it was like,
be true with
it. Saying,
but you can't have that. That's not your conversation to be having. In regards to being true, a white man sitting there saying that, like, how many Republicans and conservatives we see going out there saying, pull up your jeans and and blah 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 blah. But it doesn't mean anything if you still broken, you still poor, you still got these just because you got your pants pulled up ain't gonna mean you make no money. And there's so many different other things politically I would get into, just how sociologically we make people believe that just if you work hard that you're gonna get everything you want. And that ain't true. Some people just gonna get more shit than you just because of where they positioned at and who they around. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Now you need to take those connections and work with them, yes. But some people, just because you work hard at the cemetery digging ditches, don't mean you gonna end up being a doctor.
Yeah,
it's just what it is.
And so, and I think if it needed to be said, like loud. No, for sure. But
and it just came off. It was comfortable. That's only my only problem. It just came off like he was too comfortable saying it.
Yeah, but also like now is the opportunity. Okay, so now that this was said, what are we gonna do? Are we going to do things to?
No, man, he ain't doing nothing.
All right, well then
you gonna be mad. All right, now hold on. No, this is a one that I really want to talk to you about. This gonna be a battle right here. We may end the show from this right here. I think I think we may end the show.
Brown is in fact better than Michael Jackson.
What? Do you understand what you're saying? Tank, do you understand what you're saying, my man? I mean, you admired, you're revered, you're associated with music, my brother. Everybody loves and respects you. We know that Chris Brown is out of this world. I think he's the greatest entertainer on the planet right now, personally. I think he's that. Chris Brown is special. But better than Michael Jackson, 13-time Grammy Award winner, Michael Jackson, the Thriller, the highest selling album of all time. That Michael Jackson.
Things evolve, my brother. Things evolve.
All right. It was more to it, but that clip didn't end up having the whole thing. So Let's go. Let's fight.
Okay. I want to. Okay. So this show.
I gotta do a grenade in there for you. Like I gotta do that grenade.
I want to start here. I want to say something. Shout out to BT Kingsley, because he's an amazing comic. He's on tour with Nate Jackson, and he has this amazing show called Give Me 5, and it's give me your top 5, and it's different categories. Draft style show. The episode that I was on, which is now on Tubi, guys, go check it out. We do like greatest R&B vocalists, and BT said that he felt like Michael Jackson was not a great vocalist. Like he was growing up. He said when he got old, he just started making sounds, and he was no longer singing. He became like more of like a rock star. I was like more yelling, like whatever. I was like, whatever, BT, you made this up. So I want to preface it with that. That is a lot to say. I enjoy Tank, and Tank works a lot with Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I thought a lot of bumping going on for Chris Brown there, but keep going.
Yeah, so, and y'all know this is people think that this is problematic.
No. You are, if you go into the comments there, you are the Chris Brown fan club president.
Yeah, and people are like, Chris Brown would never date you. I was like, was I trying to date Chris Brown? I was like, people say things, people do things like, y'all still be listening to that one weirdo that's in prison. So everybody got their toxic thing that they like. I'm not giving nobody like that's not my MO. That's weird to me, especially us knowing that he's singing to 16 and 17-year-old girls that he gave the hurt to. So weird.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
Okay. While I enjoy Chris a lot, and I get it, he's saying evolved. And Michael was a Chris fan. I just don't think that I could say that Chris is better than Michael.
Wow. I thought this was going to be a shorter segment than I thought.
It's hard for me to say that because it was a different time. It's a different time. So if we even like think about numerically, like, yes, Chris might have more albums than him, but he doesn't have as many number ones as him, as many record-breaking, album sales singles, not as many Grammys. And I know that there's a lot of controversy. And I think, I don't know if it's like the controversy that is holding him back, and like that there's still a level of room for the opportunity to grow. But I will say this. I think prior to the incident, he was headed where they was touching neck and neck, maybe.
Yeah, no. He had the trajectory to be on Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he did.
Yes,
really
I agree with
did. And I still feel like I feel like he could get there where he could be like, he could be in that room. But and Mike has had controversy.
Yeah.
And
So I mean, look.
Without greatness, but controversy is going to be a part of greatness. Period.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think
all the greatest people are weirdos.
Yeah, and I don't know. And I think the reason why I say that is just, I'm thinking about Michael as a whole. So I'm thinking about impact. I'm thinking about people fainting. I'm thinking about the humanitarianism of him,
and Chris Brown ain't never shut down Fox for his music video. Like, Remember the Time. For all people that don't know, when Remember the Time came out, when Michael Jackson dropped it, there was literally a block set out on Fox, I believe, and it premiered like it was a TV show.
Yeah, I think that Chris Brown could like kind of get there.
Now,
but
I will take this down. I can get I can say, like, if we did categories, I think Chris Brown is a better dancer than Michael Jackson.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, if we don't break down like different categories, but Michael is a better overall artist. I think if Tank maybe extrapolated out saying that Chris Brown is better than some things than Michael.
Yeah, for sure.
There are like, I think there's like 4, 5, 6 artists I feel that people feel are infallible and they can't be beaten in certain things.
Yeah.
2 other people. I mean, one of them is somebody you love, and you've taught me the ways of the Beyonce. I think people think she's infallible. I just think that that's a thing that people put her up like, and Jay-Z by proxy. Like, when we talk about hip hop, I feel like nobody thinks that it be whack Jay-Z albums. People are like, man, that album is dope, and you be like, are we serious right now?
So, and I feel like that, like their Chris Brown albums, I was like, okay,
but like, there's some bad. Michael Jackson doesn't have a good album after Dangerous. Let's keep it 100.
You say
Michael
what?
Jackson have a good album after Dangerous, and that's 94, 93.
So, Unbreakable has entered the chat and would like to have a word.
No, it's not a good album. It's a fine album. It's okay album.
Unbreakable?
It's an okay album. Yes, it's okay.
Thank you, guys.
No. Why am I? No. I also state no. Michael is the best of all time, but Unbreakable is a fine album. It's an okay album. It's not in a. What you gonna rank Unbreakable better than Dangerous, bad?
No, but I think
it's an okay album.
You made it seem like I said blood on the motherfucking dance floor or some shit.
Right, but Unbreakable is not even the top best R&B albums of that year.
What year was that? Let's look.
2003.
I enjoy Unbreakable.
It's a cool album, but it's not that. There's 4 songs on there you listen to. I can tell you the 4 songs you listen to on there.
Oh, I'm sorry that I love
5 songs. It's 5 songs on there out of the 18 songs on there that you listen to. I can name them. Huh?
Okay.
Unbreakable. You listen to Unbreakable. You listen to Heaven Can't Wait. You listen to Break of Dawn. You listen to Butterflies. And it's maybe one other one, depending on what you want to listen to. Those are the 5 songs you listen to.
You missed
no, I said one more wild card song, but I know those are the 4 songs of that. You Rock My World. Thank you, Bobby. To our new intern, Bobby, in the building with us.
Actually,
he's an Aquarius as well. I got to tell you, John. Bobby's an Aquarius as well. So that's what I let him work for us.
Okay. Welcome, Mr. Aquarius. Released in 2001.
2001. So, still not the best R&B album that year.
Okay, then we can agree to disagree. I can receive that.
Also, look, and I thought you was going to say Chris Brown was better. I'm now going to take another angle with this. Janet Jackson has more singles, more singles than Michael Jackson that are popping.
Oh, absolutely.
But people will argue that. That's my point. So I'm saying I get the room to be able to have that debate with about Chris Brown.
I listen. This is
Michael has bigger singles, but like, Janet's got more songs that you could just put them like, damn, I forgot about that. Damn, I forgot about that. Damn, you will sit there all
I feel like it's like that with Michael, but it's like, okay, so I think
no, Michael, you know every Michael song that somebody gonna put on.
No, because there's some like other albums that like some beat cuts or whatever that could be good. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I'm saying that people wore out the album cuts. I'm saying, like, it's not.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like I agree with you definitely on like the performance standpoint, the dancing, the choreography. But I feel like
creativity is
also like, let's just be real. What's holding Chris back from growth is lyricism. Like, he has hits
and himself.
Okay, I already said that.
I know.
I'm praying that the good brother does seek therapy. Like, I already said that.
He's holding himself.
But I think that the thing is, it's like you keep putting out 40 track albums, right? Like, I'm giving my fans this. No, you're giving us a whole bunch of like sometimes like throwaway songs. And like how Beyonce, like Jay-Z said, Beyonce got all these unreleased tracks that they be listening to in the house. Yeah, some of them songs could just be listened to in your house.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with
that. And that's cool. But do I need it and do we necessarily need it? Like, I think about, I don't ever think, I think I might have went back and listened to Royalty once. It's like liquor. It's like the best. It's something in this liquor. That's like the best song on that album, which is why it's the lead single. Everything after that, I'm like, man. Heartbreak on the Full Moon. The title track is good. I can't really tell you what the lead single for that was, because I'm like, I can't keep up. And then you had a Heartbreak on a Christmas Moon or whatever. Yeah, I love. Listen, I'm an old man. 11 because it's like 60 songs.
Yeah, as Sleepy called me an old nigga frequently. I think there is a gap in time that I don't know any Chris Brown songs. So there's a gap between when he She Ain't You.
Okay.
And the Gunna song with Chris Brown, where I don't know any songs for all them years for Chris Brown.
So, okay.
And the only reason I know the Gunna song is it was these African brothers on Facebook, and they was dancing to it in the kitchen somewhere, and it just tickled me so bad that I found out that it was a Chris Brown song. That's the only reason I know. And I kept on. That's the only. And they don't know me. And it's these African. They go hard. It's three of them. They coming out like doing their own little jukes.
Yeah. Listen. Okay.
But that's that period.
That's a different time frame. So I think it's just like a different time. Like I think we could also say we could break it up into, okay, Michael Jackson was this kid, like a kid to like the moment he died. Like Michael was like the superstar. You had these great albums, and for that time frame, like think about his life, like the level of work, and that's not taking nothing from Chris Brown at all. But I think if we did it even based off of like decade, like, and then we talk about hits, and Chris Brown has hits. Like I told y'all, though it's different sounds, and that's, you have to take that into a play too. Sound. Michael Jackson definitely was more experimentative with his sound, with the beats that he chose, the lyricism, all of that. Chris Brown is a little more safe.
Oh, like, wow. I can see that.
You know what I mean? And I love, like, and I like that Chris Brown has been able to explore, like, now you've been able to rap. Like, initially, Sidebar guys like Chris Brown wanted to be a rapper always out the gate. Makes sense. He can hold a cigar to some of our current rappers. Like, Chris Brown has bars. Yeah. Like, I'm not taking that away from him.
He has more diverse talent.
Go watch his Cypher on BET. Just go watch it.
No. Chris Brown has more diverse talent than Michael Jackson, because he can act well.
And I think that there are certain things I would like to see him expand upon. You know, I don't need you to tell me that my pussy is this or whatever. I want you to wine and dine me. You ain't got to say that, like, give me some innuendos or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to see that and him work with other people that could probably really propel him to another space. I think as far as like his third eye is becoming open. Michael already had it. So we'll eventually, and I don't down in my mind, and I think Chris does a lot of like stuff like kind of low key, charity wise. We don't need to know everything that somebody doing, but I see it's getting open. That hence 1111, hence Indigo, and stuff that he talks about. But that's another way to look at it, and I just think that I want to see him really push himself to take it to the next level. I just cannot believe this is like I don't know. It's weird. Like and Chris Brown does have hits. He has hits.
Yeah, he's got hits, no doubt. I'm just saying, I had a period. No, yeah, between that Fame, yeah. And you know what? I did like, it was one song I liked in between. There was an album cut, the Nas joint, with
I think that's unfortunate.
Right, but then that's after Fame, right?
Yeah, because that's what low key, that was supposed to be a dual disc. It was supposed to be, he was supposed to drop it at the
Fortune
same
and Fame, right?
Yeah, Fame and Fortune. He was gonna drop it like that, and then we would have 40 fucking songs.
But that was better the way he did it, like spread.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But and I'm a person. I was buying CDs, so you know, so I physically own like Fame. I bought Fortune on iTunes. I actually probably bought both of them on iTunes, but I have a physical copy of Fame somewhere, and then I bought X because X is really good. But after X, I kind of was like, okay, I'm supporting, you know, like I'm trying to get into it, but I just I just don't relate to some, you know, like I was like, oh, this isn't for me, and that's okay. So, but I don't know, like that is. We have to circle back to this.
Yeah, no. We got another R&B singer to discuss right here. We got another one to discuss. I think you like this man a lot as well, or maybe no. I think we probably much have the same. No, we'll see. Hold on.
Agree.
All right, Dom.
Damn. I can feel the pain in his. I could feel that through the screen. Yeah. You know, and we crack jokes about Tyrese a lot.
Yeah, I really wanted to crack jokes on him coming in here. I'm not gonna lie. But like when I saw the interview and I actually saw it, like the full thing, I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, you can see that, and then you know, and kudos to the young lady that was like, you've been holding that in, like you could tell.
Lauren LaRosa is her name. She used to work for TMZ.
Okay.
Yep.
And you know, being able to really, really be vulnerable with people, and Tyrese has always been vulnerable with us. We just crack jokes about it.
You want to know why I think we crack jokes on him? Because he's an actor, and sometimes it's hard to, at least to me, and that's a whole other thing we'd have to talk about another time. Is the Blake Lively stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's cracking out here too, but it's like mistrustable. Just actors in general, their job is to deceive you by their emotions, the way they look. So like, that's the only thing that I'd be like, oh man. Yes, he could be, but I mean, is it not? I mean, this is what any actor to me, female or male, like I always have that in my mind.
I'm sorry to cut you off too.
No.
Like you could just tell because like the way that he sat in that question too. You know, like you said, maybe he acted, maybe he not. But I genuinely.
But for giving it what it's take, though, you're right. I'm saying I'm going to take him for what he's giving me right there.
I genuinely feel like he wasn't.
Be cynical in my ways.
Such an Aquarius. I genuinely feel like he wasn't acting, you know, in that moment. And he has experienced a lot of grief, a lot of loss. And he is absolutely correct. We don't say nothing to men when this happened, or we don't say nothing to, you know, men when that happens, because there's like a certain expectation, like, you know, men are not allowed to be vulnerable or have feelings or emotions. You know, oh, y'all got it. Like, y'all, you know, you a man, like, suck it up, which has been very detrimental to y'all. And so I think that he is right. And I think we have to do better. And he needs to definitely talk to somebody. And somebody in the comments was like, y'all always be quick to tell men to go to therapy when they need their village. But the village be broken too.
Yeah.
So the village need to go to therapy too and talk to somebody. You know what I mean?
Did you see the whole interview, Dom?
I didn't see the whole interview.
So last week we talked about how he be doing his new girl and everything. He actually gave her a whole bunch of like love during the interview at the end. He was like, I know you just sitting out here it's got to make you feel uncomfortable. Me just talking about my ex-wife every interview, like he was like, I love you for being there for me, through that. So that actually made me appreciate, at least on that face, that he was cognizant that this is some fuck shit he been doing.
He ain't released that. It's a release and part of
no. He's talking about his album coming out. It's coming out on Tuesday or Friday, the new album.
Okay. I just think that he just got to go and figure that out and release that and let it go. Like, life is too.
Oh, I thought you were releasing the album. I'm sorry. I thought you said release. I thought you were talking about the album. I'm sorry. You talking about release that pain. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm thinking release.
That's what I said. That's why I said, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking the album because he was on there promoting his album. I'm just going off. My bad.
Because Tyrese is really, really talented. Like, you had a song that freaking Anita Baker covered. You know what I mean? Lately.
Oh yeah, lately look.
So
sweet lady, he got some joints.
Nigga, how you gonna act like that?
Oh, did you see the debate that happened? That got him mad earlier this week.
Mm-mm.
Somebody was like, Trey Songz got more hits than Tyrese, and Tyrese went off and got mad.
You gotta send me that thread.
Oh no, he did a video. Hold on.
Oh, look.
He replied to it.
Shit. I'm gonna just say they probably could be neck and neck. Trey Songz could give him a run. But
hold on. Do you want me to play it?
No, because I gotta wrap up. I gotta go.
Yeah.
But but that's just really the reality. I think that sometimes it just goes back to I think we are so used to turning our pain into like jokes and making people the joke of whatever because of their pain, because of what we have experienced culturally. But it's time to it's time for us to find another way. It really is, and I feel bad for him.
And I know you got to get ready.
I don't understand why he wore that outfit last week.
Nope, I got something. Nope, I'm stopping you. If you got this, the last one, he didn't did it again. I'm just gonna play this.
It's
Look, you gonna love this part. All right.
Party is back. How we doing?
You all right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, what's going on?
We just got a call about somebody we were worried about someone.
Me?
I'm not sure if it's you.
Okay, now I'm Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm just waiting on my flight to Amsterdam. It wasn't me. I'm good.
Okay.
They sent y'all to me specifically?
No, they set a black man on a plaid shirt in this vicinity.
I might be the only. Was doing what?
Yeah, it was somebody called in and just said that person was talking to themselves and was worried.
Oh, now I'm a psychologist. I'm perfectly sane.
No, yeah, like I said, we're just doing our due diligence.
No problem. All is well. All right now. Someone sent the police. Y'all see the police behind me? Do y'all see the police behind me? They sent the police. 2 fully uniformed white power struck. They sent the police to the Prince of Pan-Africanism, and I'm talking about spirituality. See, brothers and sisters, did y'all see what just happened? They said they got a call that a black man in a plaid shirt was talking to himself. Lord have mercy. I thought I'd do the psychological evaluations. I thought I'd do the psychological assessments. I thought I'd do the psychological screenings. I thought I'd do the psychological diagnosing. I thought I'd do the psychotherapy. That's the first time that's happened to me. The police came to apprehend me. So the question becomes,
all right, Dom, let everybody know where they can hit you up at. I had to get that in.
Listen,
Where can everybody hit you up? That's an old Umar clip. Go ahead.
That was good. That was good what you did. It was good.
Where can people hit you up at?
Yeah, y'all can hit me up at St. Angela's. Subscribe to my YouTube and follow me on the Instagram. I'm a thread more, all this other shit. That was. I thought I'd do the psychotherapy. What a way to end the show. You know what? I thought about it. You can cut that bitch name out.
Okay.
Cut the name out when I first said it and where you was like, damn, so just mute my mouth. That's fair. Because I can't give her no more power. Like, you basic bum with a terrible ass wig, stealing my tweezers, lip gloss, Tom Ford, like, ugh, bum. Like, you're just a perpetrator. You were really dumb, for real. So that's all I got.